You know what else is on my bucket list?
A bucket.
Meeting an alien. I want to meet aliens so bad. That's why when we were talking about would you go into the past or the future, I said future because could you imagine fast forwarding 100 years into the future and you show up and there's just aliens?
Yeah.
And it's normal.
Yeah.
How cool would that be?
Be like the Jetsons, but with aliens.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just picture it.
Normal, somewhat normal society.
Yeah. I mean, you could also go into the future and we're all slaves. And we're pets to aliens.
Nah, I don't like that idea.
Yeah, well, it's kind of
go to the other
going
one.
back to that whole odds thing. You never know.
Down.
That escalated quickly.
You jumped up a notch.
It's not a fight. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We gotta keep our composure.
You need to take it down. You really need to take it down a notch.
I have to ask, do you think aliens are real? This is because
hot take.
Well, because aliens could mean so many different things, you know?
Yeah.
So, two-part question. Do you think they're real? And if you think they're real, what do you think they are? Are they a different species? You know, Is it just like a blob that can float in the air? Like, what do you think?
Okay. This is rude. I'm so sorry. I'm going to answer your question with a question.
Mm-hmm.
What's your definition of an alien?
Oh, that's actually not...
Does it have to be factually proven that it came from space? Or is it just a being that shows up that we have no idea what it is?
I think I would define it as an entity that did not originate on Earth as our civilization knows it.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Because I saw something, this guy it's a video I was going to show you later, and I was going to say, don't mind what he's talking about. Yeah. I just want you to visualize this with me. Okay, but now I want you to focus on what he's talking about, and it'll make sense down the road. But he says an unidentified flying object is a UFO, but UFOs are always connected with the extraterrestrial alien side of things.
Yeah.
But it technically could be anything we don't know that's in the sky flying.
Correct.
Right? So, to answer your question about aliens, yes.
Okay. You believe it.
We're not the only ones.
No, and that's going so
I think
far.
that's the question. Do you think we're the only life form? No.
I don't think it's logical to think that I actually think it's kind of self-centered to think that we're the selfish humans. Yeah. No, I think for us to sit here and say out of all the galaxies and all the planets that revolve around all the suns in the Goldilocks zone, like the area where life could exist, how are we the only ones? How could we possibly be the only intelligent life that exists out there? Because space is huge.
We're really not that intelligent.
No.
In the grand scheme of things, some things that are happening.
We're a pretty young species.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things, I mean, Earth has been around for millions and millions of years, and human beings haven't. I mean, you're looking at what's that place that they found? It's I'm blanking on it, but they're carbon dating the area to be. Gosh, it's old. It's old. I want to say 40,000 years old or something along those lines.
Yeah. It's a little before I was born.
Yeah, a little bit. If you ask the kids, that's when I was born.
Yeah.
They think I'm that old.
Your social security number is 1.
Dude, I was born and then dirt was invented. Dude, I used to say that about a teacher in one of my schools. He was so old. He was a good dude, but he was so old. All right, so we're
heard that one yet.
We're both in agreement. Aliens are real for sure.
Yep.
Have you experienced anything yourself that really made you a believer, or is it just information that you've kind of gathered over the years?
Information. I mean, just the research, almost like what we talked about with the whole Bigfoot thing. Like, you hear stories and they kind of don't change, and it's kind of the same concept. It's hard to keep a lie going that long.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, especially with the government declassifying stuff.
Yes, dude.
Public records.
It's incredible what
It's
they're
way
doing.
too fine-lined for me to sit there and think it's on the non-existing side of
Right.
it. Like, I think it's so much easier to sit there and say, like, it's easier to believe they're real than believe they're not real.
I
with
think so.
Everything that
Absolutely, because
has kind of come to the public eye.
you got the government, and this is in the notes, and we were going to get to it eventually, but like the government is declassifying things. And along with the government pretty much not outright saying aliens are real, but the declassification of all these documents, the videos of fighter jets, that you hear these very seasoned, trained pilots in the cockpit of these jets going, oh my gosh, there is no propulsion system. How is this thing moving? And he's taken off on me. I can't keep up with it.
Yeah. And part of that, I guess part of that comes from there is classification levels in the military. I mean, obviously, if you're training for one of the first times being in a fighter jet in the Air Force or whatever branch of military you're flying in, and you see something like that happening, it could be a very, very higher up doing their practice run, and you just have no idea about it because you're nowhere near that rank or expertise. It could be that, but dude, there was a congressional hearing. I watched a video on a congressional hearing, and it was this guy like admitting, beating around the bush, but admitting like, yeah, you're right, because the lady asked him. I think it was a House hearing or something like that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
She was like, aircraft landed that was not man-made, aircraft. Basically, he said, yes. Okay. And then she asked, was there bioorganic material, like living, something that shows something was living inside the aircraft that was not of human or any animal species that we're aware of?
Yeah.
He was like, I can't confirm that in a public setting. Like,
you might as well.
Good job.
Dude, if you're going to say that, you might as well just say it. But I think the government declassifying the documents goes hand in hand with Hollywood. I think there's kind of a twofold thing going on here where they're trying to desensitize us to the very real possibility that these things exist because they know something that we don't about what's coming.
I heard something else. They had a vote for some of the declassifying material of scientists and politicians evenly distributed in the tally.
Okay.
It wasn't like 7 politicians and 3 scientists. It was even split. And it was in favor to not release or not declassify certain pieces of material because they believe there would be too many adjustments to politics, religion, power, money. Basically, the world would freak out.
Yeah, we couldn't handle it.
We probably would.
Well, I think I shouldn't say we couldn't handle it because it wouldn't surprise me. I would be shocked and nervous, but I wouldn't be like, oh my God, I never thought this would happen because like what we just talked about, the chances of us being the only ones pretty slim.
Yeah.
But I actually do have an experience that I can't explain. I don't know if it's alien or not, but it sparked it in me and I didn't even realize it until I started thinking about this podcast. I was a kid. The power went out. There's a big storm in my hometown. The power went out and it was dark. I mean, I grew up in the woods, so it was dark to begin with, but when the power was out, it was pitch black. There was, I want to say it was more of a windstorm because there was light in the sky. But I was hanging out in the living room and I looked out the back window of my parents' living room, big picture window, and I saw this like bluish green flash of light in a circle in my backyard. And then it wasn't like a light that turned on and turned off. It was almost like it was almost like it was on a dimmer switch. Like it hit the ground and it was bright. And I want to say it was probably 10-yard diameter. Not huge, maybe.
How far away from you were you seeing this?
Oh man.
I know you say
30
in the
yards.
backyard, but okay.
30 yards, not far at all. And unobstructed, no trees in the way. It was right out the back window, right into the backyard. There was nothing in view other than the grass. And it was like the light turned on and then it turned off, but there was like a residual light left that eventually bled off. And it all happened within probably 10 seconds. No one else saw it. I was the only one in the living room looking out the window. Nobody believed me. Everybody was like, oh, you saw a blue flash in the sky. It's a transformer that popped, on and on and on. But it was just weird to me. And that kind of sparked it in me to start really thinking about aliens. And
how old were you?
Oh, man. 10, somewhere around 10.
Oh, yeah.
Years
That would have been a fun age for that.
Yeah,
somewhere that happens
around,
to me now. I'm like, whatever.
Have I lost sleep?
I'm going back to sleep. But at that age, I'm probably like,
what's happening? I was pinned. I was pinned to it. And ever since then, anything alien, I'm just kind of on board with the thought of.
Yeah. It's fun.
But I actually have an interesting take that I don't think, and that's why when you asked, how do you classify aliens? Do they have to be proven to come from somewhere else? And my response was proven to not have originated on Earth in our civilization as we know it. Because
well said.
I'm a firm believer that I think aliens that we're experiencing, UFOs, now they call them UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, because I think they just want to get away from the UFO title. It's basically the same thing, except UFO is more a specific craft and UAP classifies it more as like an action rather than a noun, I guess is the best.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I heard this a while back and it kind of stuck with me. And I think I'm starting to be a firm believer in aliens are us. I think aliens are us coming back from the future.
Whoa.
And just monitoring what we're doing, keeping a distance to make sure they know something we don't that happened or is going to happen. And they're trying to steer us away from it. Yeah. It's
that's crazy.
It's kind of if you think of it that way, you're like, wow.
You think of a big alien in the middle of space. He's got all these little factories called planets. And our division of the factory right now is probably ticking them off. So,
dude, our numbers are falling.
Yeah, they're way
hard.
down. They're way down.
No, but that just makes me think of Men in Black. At the end of Men in Black with the marbles.
You know, my whole sitting here blank faced.
That's what you were thinking
that
of?
Reaction. I was either thinking of like being like that and showing pure, defense mode. I'm ready. E.T. Stay home.
Yeah, stay home.
Yeah, stay home. Mm-hmm. Or I was going to like sit here and wear a suit. But I didn't feel like sitting in a suit the whole time.
No.
I was going to sit here, all blacked out and then bring out my phone and go,
Hey, listen, I'm just glad you showed up in a shirt other than a green one.
He caught me. I didn't know.
Hey, listen, everybody's got a color. You look good in green.
Thanks.
So you just forget.
We'll switch shirts.
Ironically, yeah, I'm realizing like I'm saying all this, I have a green shirt on. But I think, so for me, the whole aliens are future humans. I think it comes down to a couple different things that kind of prove it to me. One story I just recently heard, shout out to Ninjas or Butterflies. I heard this on their podcast, a clip of their podcast, that there's some higher up that's claiming he heard from a very reputable source in the military that between World War II and now, there have been 300 around nuclear activations. Like, you flip the switch and it's armed and fingers on the button. There have been almost 300 of them, and every single one of them, there is a UFO sighting tied to it, or even something interfering with the electronics to set it off and it becoming disarmed and them not being able to explain why. Yeah. So if you're a future human coming back, you're like, this date, they arm nukes. We got to shut them down or they're going to kill each other.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I do.
That's cool.
I
cool.
think the possibility of something existing super far away and being able to get to us and having the technology to do that, creating light speed travel technology, I think is just as difficult as folding the fabric of time and being able to jump through wormholes from different points in time. Because I think they're both kind of on the same level as each other when it comes to how they're going to work.
Yeah.
You know? So if theoretically you're saying one is possible, then why not the other one? So I like the thought that it's future humans coming back.
Cool.
Yeah, I heard that recently, and it's just one of those things you hear and you go, yep, that's why I think it's us, you know? I also fear, like what we were just saying, I fear what could happen if aliens someday come here. I mean, do you have a plan?
They're going to get smacked. They're going to get smacked.
Like, do you think you would have a plan of what you would do? Because,
dude, I have a plan if it's a lot slower species, like zombies. Like, I'm loading up in
not a problem.
A heavy armored vehicle, not electric, gas powered.
Heck yeah.
Preferably diesel.
Yeah.
And we're going to armor it up. We're going to get an arsenal together, and we're preferably subsonic rounds.
Yeah.
And keep our distance and not be loud.
Yeah, you can get turbo diesels and be pretty quiet.
But with aliens, I don't know.
Well,
I don't know what I'd do. I think it would be kind of the same thing, but it's like, how do you defend against what we've always kind of depicted as alien weaponry? If they come here mad at us for something, like, how are we supposed to beat beams of light being shot at us like a ray gun?
See, for me, I think I'm more concerned with humans. Like, we're going to lose our minds.
Oh, yeah, we'll start fighting each other for sure.
For
some reason, the bread, milk, eggs, and toilet paper will fly off the shelves because aliens are coming to attack us.
Yeah, and water, gone.
Yeah, water, gone. Okay? No, y'all can go race for that and fight for it all you want. Poop in the woods, wipe with a leaf.
Not a pine
Hunt
cone.
your own food.
Yeah.
Cook your own food.
Boil water.
And boil water. You can do all of that without spending money. What you really can't do without spending money or bartering is getting ammunition.
Yeah.
And we're going to need it for the spacecraft because they look very high tech.
Yeah.
And I ain't ready for that.
That bullets won't even
I'm
matter.
still working with like a 7-year-old iPhone.
See,
you think I'm ready for some force-filled weaponry?
I did notice you had a smaller iPhone. I was like, dang. I think the main problem is just going to be other humans. Like, we're not going to know how to handle it. And the majority of the population is just going to freak. And
I feel like water. I would probably try and be somewhere near water for whatever reason. I think it's the movie Signs.
Okay.
Because, you know, and I just have it in the back of my head. I just thought of this. Wow. It's fun being a squirrel. But the movie Signs. Water is what hurts the aliens. The little girl never finishes a glass of water. And they're laid all throughout the house. It's the movie with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I know the movie.
Cornfield.
I actually never saw it. I know. Thanks for ruining it for me. No, I'm just kidding.
Do you want quick plot? Very quick, 10 seconds?
No, I know what it's about.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah. I get what it's about. I don't know why.
Well, throughout the movie, you see this little girl leaving water, Rena, all over the house.
Yeah, the
cups
kids
of water,
leave
glasses of
everywhere.
water.
That's great.
And at the end of the movie, the alien is fighting, I want to say, the older brother or uncle, maybe, of this little girl in the house. And he notices the alien takes damage when water hits it. So he's just like, thank you. He starts teeing off on all the water glasses and stuff, and it kills the alien. Like, it dissolves them, kind of like sunlight to a vampire.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So
I gotta watch that movie.
I could be 100% wrong, and I would find that out very quickly, but I'm going to the lake.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say we live by the lake.
Yep.
Yeah, post up at the lake for sure. That would be my out strategy. Speaking of going back to the whole declassification thing, again, I think it might have actually been in the same episode. I don't know. Another shout out to Ninjas or Butterflies. Yeah, they're awesome. It's a great podcast. Definitely check it out. After you listen to all of our stuff, you can go over there and check it out. So actually, they have a thing going on right now where you can't even listen to their stuff unless you like, comment, and subscribe to all of our channels. Then
marketing.
Then you can go
He's
over
doing
there.
it. He's doing it.
No, but they said they had brought up that they got word from somebody that they know. It's a legitimate person. They're involved in the industry, that it actually finally came out about the drones over New Jersey.
I did. Yep.
And it came out that they were not aliens. They were us, but it was a company that was protected under a defense contract.
Yeah.
They did not have to declassify what they were doing.
That's where I was looking this stuff up.
Yeah.
About the New Jersey drones. And I saw this really cool video. I can't remember, Fear Mission or something like that. I'll have to go back and look it up. But he goes on like a 72-hour mission to try and declassify these. He
sick.
did it. I think he did it in late November or early December.
Okay.
When it was like really popular.
So he's
then,
like a sleuth, like he's an internet sleuth trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and he was like, from dusk till dawn, he's out there 3 days in a row trying to find it, and he had somebody come help him. I didn't get through the whole video, but going down that rabbit hole led me to what I said earlier about the scientists and politicians. That was included. Or partially, it was the company is included in one of those non-declassified.
Yeah, because
I guess topics.
But I might be able to get a photo and pop it up on screen of what the drones look like. It's like an SUV that flies, which I really hope we get to someday, because that'd be really awesome. Will I partake in it? I don't know, because if you like. So you can auto rotate down in a helicopter if the engine fails, and you can glide to a stop in a plane if the engine fails. A drone car? I don't even know. Like, what is...
Yeah, no idea.
That's I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's going down a dangerous road for me. I like keeping my feet and wheels on the ground, so I don't think that's going to happen.
Until there's a lip.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the other thing that from that same story that I heard about the New Jersey drones, it was said that not only did they not have to declassify what they were doing to the public, but they, under a defense contract, which I think is a little terrifying, they didn't even have to declassify what they were doing to the FAA. And that is like, wow, that's
what I'm saying.
That
dude.
made it legitimate. That
there are levels to this.
Oh, a lot of levels.
Levels, and even the levels have levels. Like there's I said it in one of the early episodes we done.
Yeah.
Where do you think they come up with the ideas for movies? Like
Hollywood.
If people are crazy enough to think it, they will do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I think we've made that clear by now, because there are some weird thinkers and there's some weird doers in this world. Absolutely. So there's my 2 pennies.
You can be a weird doer, but don't do weird things. That's a line you can't cross.
No, that's a motto.
So we're in agreement with the way the world is going and everything. Aliens, I'm pretty sure in some way, shape, or form,
they here.
They could be here. We haven't even we're going down the rabbit hole on aliens. We're going to touch on it a lot, but shoot, dude, we haven't even gone down the Area 51 path. I don't know if you've ever heard of Bob Lazar.
Yeah,
but that is a crazy path.
That'll have to be his own episode, start to finish, dude, because there's some stuff on that.
Area 51 and Bob Lazar, we're going to have that in a separate episode. That's too much to cover in this one. We just can't do it. But they keep declassifying all this stuff.
Yeah.
The government is basically saying, there's stuff out there we can't explain. It's not other governments' technology. It's not terrestrial. We don't know what it is. So, it's just rewind. So I have it in here in the notes somewhere. The difference in alien believers from 1975 to now. Rewind the clock. If we were talking about this in a public forum in 1975, we would be seen as absolute psychopaths.
Yep.
Everybody would go, oh man, they're crazy. They got to screw loose. Stay away from them.
I'd probably own it to keep them away.
Now, it's like everybody wants to talk about this stuff. And I think it's just the natural progression of people becoming a little bit more open-minded. You know, like a lot of it comes down to religion. People think that, oh, if aliens come around, people with religious beliefs will be shattered and, you know, this, that, and the other thing. But who's to say that all of those religious figures that existed throughout time that were capable of performing miracles and all this stuff, who's to say that they didn't come from a higher power that exists from somewhere else that is an alien? Why can't they both exist? Why can't they be one and the same? Why can't it be?
I think it's terminology.
I think that's all it really is.
I think that's what it comes down
to. It's just the words.
Obviously, as we've found out in our society, the way you say something could hurt feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And the feelings get hurt before the understanding occurs.
That's
about
true.
What was trying to be said and what was trying to be conveyed.
Yeah.
So I think the terminology just throws it off.
That's a very, very good way of putting it, because think about it.
I make people happy.
100 years ago, 1925. There's that math thing again. So 100 years ago, 1925, what was seen as a miracle back then, medicine, technology, whatever it is now just science.
Yeah.
But back then it was like, you mean to tell me that I'm going to have a device in my pocket that I can listen to music on, connect with anybody in the world anytime I want, and I don't have to plug it into anything. It has its own battery source. That would be a miracle. Now it's like, what kind of phone do you have?
Yeah.
You know, it just becomes science. So I think you put that very well. I think that's it's just terminology. So I think it's just going to take time for some people to come around. Some will come around before others. I think we're just, I don't know, maybe we're just sophisticated and advanced compared to other people because we're willing to open our minds to this. I'm joking.
If I had nerd glasses, I'd put them on.
Yeah. The main reason why I brought this up, and I know you're just itching to get into this, because I've been
fidgeting.
Oh, it's a hot topic. Everyone's talking about it, and it is making me so excited.
Yeah.
by a lot. We're going to be talking about 3i Atlas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, for those of you who don't know, 3i Atlas is the third interstellar 3i/Atlas. It's an object that is hurtling towards Earth.
I mean, it's kind of slow for space speed. Just, what is it, 130,000 miles an hour?
130,000 miles an hour. This thing is coming at us, which just, when you break that down, it was like 36 miles per second or something like that. Think about that. I did the math. From here to the Finger Lakes in New York, it would take 52 seconds at the speed this thing is traveling. It took us 12 and a half hours in a car. That is crazy. But it's not just the speed that this thing
Not to be mean, but did you get your math double checked on that?
Dude, so I did all this math a few days ago.
I'm just kidding.
And you know what? Fact check me. I would love for somebody in the comments to blow me apart on that and just be like, this is not the math.
That's crazy.
You are very wrong, but it's close. Come on, cut me some slack here. What did I say last time? I'm not a rock doctor. I'm not a rocket surgeon. Okay, just leave me alone. So there's a lot of different reasons why they think this is alien and not just a meteor. I personally would like to just believe that it is some sort of alien technology because I want to.
Yeah.
If somebody came out and had definitive proof that it's a meteor, I'd be like, well, all right, it's a meteor. I'm not going to get all upset about it, and I'm not going to, defend it to the end. But I want to think it's an alien, so we're going to go on that. There's a couple different reasons why they think it's an alien. The path that this thing is taking is strikingly odd. There have even been documented course corrections, which obviously a random space object that
I did not notice that part. So it has made corrections.
So they have seen it make course corrections, and there's pictures where they have, they actually have like the stars and they point at it and they're like, this is 3i Atlas. And it's like this. And then they take the same screenshot from like 4 hours later and the dot has moved. Like coming towards us, it's moved over here. And it's, wait a minute, that's not supposed to happen.
And it doesn't have normal characteristics of a comet, or wasn't it a comet they kept comparing it to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So comets have a tail usually.
Yeah.
And it's basically when it's going through space, it just like a little trail.
And it's
can't
visible.
remember.
You
It's
can
like
see
carbon, nitrogen.
Yeah,
and
it's what's getting ripped off of it, like the natural
because
elements
entering
that
the atmosphere, it's going
Right.
to melt the icy compounds. Creating
Exactly.
Well, what's happening on this is they're finding it has what's called an anti-tail. It's happening in the front, and they think it's something to do with the sun. And when it hits it, it's kind of like evaporating it, almost like sun lake. Early in the morning when the dew's rising on the ground and stuff, you see the water evaporating. The
so
water
that's
cycle.
what the scientific.
Maybe that's what it is, but just for fun, it's headlights. It's headlights.
You don't even,
space is kind of dark.
You don't even try to go down the path of like, what if it's like an internal engine that's pulling the energy through it? You're like,
you got to be able to see, dude.
If you're going 130,000 miles an hour, there is no.
You better have some high beams. Like, imagine if a rock, just a pebble enters your path.
You know what, dude? You know what the funniest part to think about that is? It's going 130,000 miles an hour. I bet a deer would still jump out in front of it.
Let me start now.
Yeah. I think Jeff Foxworthy had a joke where he said, you want to be a good hunter, take that bullet, slow it down to 40 miles an hour and put a headlight on the front of it. You'll get the deer every time. And it's like, yeah, dude, it's so true. Oh, man. But all right. So it's got a very high speed. The path is weird. It's actually timed, which they're claiming this is like winning the lottery. The odds, bringing it full circle to the lottery. Cool. Now I can use that as an intro to the.
Yes.
I didn't even mean to do that. Bringing it full circle. They said that it's like winning an astronomical lottery. The fact that its path is going through our solar system, and it's not just approaching one planet or two planets, but it's narrowly approaching 3 different planets in our solar system at the same time. And then the one planet with intelligent life on it will be behind the sun as it passes through our solar system. Coincidence? We've said it before, 2 times a coincidence, 3 times a pattern. It's weird.
That's full circle.
It is weird. You cannot deny that is strange. You were saying no tail, so there's no outgassing coming behind it. It's got headlights on it. That's very strange.
Thank you for committing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. That's what we're saying right now. Take it down a notch.
He's saying, yes, I agree.
Take it down a notch is supporting the fact that 3i Atlas has headlights. Straight up. The main guy that's like pioneering this theory is a gentleman by the name, he's a Harvard, not just a gentleman, this is a Harvard astrophysicist. That took me a long time to type that out.
He did his homework.
Yeah. I wrote it down.
Astrophysicist.
I wrote it down to make sure that I said it the right way. It is a Harvard astrophysicist by the name of Avi Loeb. We're just going to go with that. He is making the claim that with what we just discussed, along with a whole bunch of other different things that are very technical, and I'm not going to even try to get into them because it's way over my head. He's claiming that there is a 0.005% chance of it being a naturally occurring object. That means he's saying that there is a 99.994% chance. Please let my math be right. 995, 994. There's over a 99% chance.
It'd be 995, Cory.
Yeah, but then the 9, to make it 100%, I'd be 1.001%. You're right. I'm wrong. Anyway, It's pretty high. It's pretty high up there, guys. Listen, my brain is fried, okay? It's getting hot again. I got work to do outside.
He's getting overheated.
Oh, man.
Shout out, Peter.
Yeah, I am overheated. I'm just going to give me my sweat rag here. Woo! All right. Back at it again with the white vans. So we are... I'm squirreling out like you, dude. I'm squirreling out like you right now. So he's claiming that there's over a 99% chance that this thing is alien. So, Mr. Loeb, Harvard astrophysicist Avi, I'm with you, bud. I want this thing to be alien. Now,
Mr. Loba.
What could, there is no way you're the first person to do that, but if you are, I'm so happy you are. Couple things to note about this for those of you out there who are excited about this happening. On the 19th, 3i Atlas will come the closest it will to Earth.
19th of what, Corey?
What did I say?
September or October? You didn't say.
Oh, October 19th.
Okay, October. Yeah, because I was
My
about
bad.
to say September 19th.
Yeah, no, we're in September. My bad. No, October 19th, which is, in my opinion, very fitting because it's the creepy month. I call it spooky time.
It's your birthday month, dude.
Yeah, October. It's the spooky time.
It lines up. He is who he is because his birthday is...
Actually, my birthday is falling on when it's passing behind the sun, and we won't be able to see it between the 29th and the 31st. Yeah, so on my birthday, it's going to peek out from around the other side of the sun, and they don't.
Oh, really? Oh, it'll peek out again.
So it's going to pass behind the sun.
You won't be able to see it from the 29th through the 31st.
Correct. It'll be behind the sun, and scientists and astrophysicists and all these people they don't know if it's going to course correct once it's behind the sun. They don't know
and come back.
They don't know if either the gravitational pull of the sun is going to pull it in and then change its course.
Slingshot, like in Armageddon, like they had to use
Talladega Nights. Slingshot
engaged. Yes.
Shake and
We're
bake,
thinking
baby.
two different moves, but hey, I like it.
No, but you're right. Slingshot from Armageddon, which is by far one of my favorite movies.
Hands down.
If you have not seen Armageddon, you're missing out, dude.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going to pass behind the sun. They don't know where it's going to come out after. This Avi Loeb dude also has another very interesting hypothesis, or he's got something he really wants to do, because after all of that, and it passes by Earth, and it passes by all the other planets, it goes around the sun. On March 26th of next year, it's still going to be in our solar system, which just gives you an idea on how huge our solar system is. That's crazy. Right? Massive. It's actually going to be coming very, very close to the Juno craft that's orbiting Jupiter. Surveillance.
Well, they just put a traffic light out there.
Yeah, well, if it's got headlights on it, maybe it'll put its blinker on. But he wants to get everybody on board to fire this probe up, the Juno probe, and check this thing out. Get a closer look.
This is crazy. Like, we're sending people just on daily little trip to space here.
Oh, no, it's not going to be people.
No, I'm saying though, like, we're up in the solar system traveling. We apparently got 3i Atlas traveling. We got old Juno from Jupiter traveling. Like,
there is it could have been clickbait. Who knows? But they're claiming that there is a space hotel that they're building to orbit the Earth. Yeah. That it's going to be ready by like 2040 or something like that.
Don't do it.
I think I need a solid 30 to 40 years of civilian space exploration before I'm going to think that it's okay to go up there.
I got to send this to you now.
Is this what you're
this is my video, and it's like, I was going to show it to you at the end, but now I'm like, okay, he needs to see it now. So this is from one of my favorite video games, Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And it's just a perspective of being in space and not knowing something's coming.
Oh,
ready?
Dude, I think I know where we're going. 3, 2, 1.
I want you to look over towards the dark side of the Earth. It should be cresting the horizon about 15 degrees east of the starboard PV arrays.
Oh. You're just in space.
There.
You don't know what's coming.
Getting your feet set one. Come in, Houston. Are you getting this?
So that's looking down on Florida?
Copy that, ISS.
Yeah.
Video feed from Sat 1 is clear. Sat 1, keep tracking the bogey. We're looking into it. Stand by.
But just imagine this being Atlas.
We're not scheduled for any satellite launches today,
Or
are
the
we?
Juno thing, like whatever. Or something down the road.
ISS Houston, stand by. We may have a problem here.
We may have a
Yeah,
problem.
those words, my heart would drop. And then...
Houston, this is ISS.
Oh my gosh,
dude, this is the crazy part.
In space?
Now you're gone. There's nothing to stop you.
Oh yeah, dude.
Boom. It's smack.
Dude, you think it would go that high up into space that fast? What kind of missile would that be, though?
Dude, that's a nuclear missile that man made in the video. Imagine if that's Atlas and the alien guy
that's
just
terrifying.
deciding to shoot down.
Boy, I really wish I didn't see that.
That's nuts.
I know it's a video game, but those graphics are just too good.
You know what I'm saying, that's the thing. It came out in like 08, 09.
Those graphics are insane for being out in 08. All right, so now that we've talked about what 3i Atlas is and why we think it's alien, before we go, I want to go over a couple things. People are theorizing why this alien craft might be coming here. So one of the things that they're talking about is the dark forest hypothesis, which is it's a probe. It's disguised as an asteroid from an advanced civilization, which it would make sense. Make it look like a rock. We wouldn't know. We're idiots compared to them, you know?
It's like a cloak.
Right. But the whole point of it is that it's from a civilization that fears predatory rivals. So it's literally just passing places where life could be and checking to see if there's anybody there that's
like
going
a
to be
little
a problem.
UAV run.
Yeah,
check and see what's happening.
So it's just a drone, basically.
It's like a chameleon drone.
I think the one thing that I forgot to mention is that if it is a drone, it is 3.5 miles in diameter.
That's big.
Damn. That is a big probe.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That's what she said.
Now, the more terrifying theory is that it's a decoy. Oh no is right.
Oh no, because we're making a big hoopla about this little guy, and Big Brother comes around the corner.
That's what I'm saying. Because
peeks out from the sun. Like we see this tiny one start its orbit around the sun on the 29th, and on the first 10 times comes around the corner.
We're done, dude. We're done. There's nothing we could do to that. That's a planet killer. Even if it so anyway, people are thinking that the people who believe that it is alien think that it could be a distraction for us to pay attention to while another operation is happening somewhere else on Earth or potentially close to Earth.
I think we're gullible enough for that.
Absolutely. What if they're going back? What if it's a civilization that left Mars millions of years ago because they utilized all the planet's resources and now they're going back to get something?
Yeah.
You know, which rewind back to the beginning, why I think humans are the aliens and we're from the future, because little known fact, when humans are in space, you know, astronauts, I think that's what they're called. When humans are in space and they're orbiting above the Earth, their circadian rhythm in their body is more aligned. It's better. Their circadian rhythm is actually more in tune.
That's cool.
Now, they're above the Earth. So imagine the Earth is a little bit larger and they're on the surface of it. Guess what it is almost an exact match to? The size of Mars.
Okay.
So that makes me wonder, shoot, dude, could we have been like, Mars is dying, civilization's got to leave. They send people to Earth to colonize it, but they also send people out to find somewhere else because they know the same thing's going to happen to Earth and they need to find another planet.
Brilliant.
And now there's more of them out there, and that's what we're seeing because they're just keeping an eye on us. Like, oh,
that's pretty cool.
How's our petri dish on Earth doing?
Yeah.
Because everybody who would know about it's dead, unless the Illuminati knows, then we're not going.
Like they're finally coming back. They went to get milk.
Yeah, I'm going to get milk. And they're coming back just in time for high school graduation. Anyway, so those are some theories. I love the thought of it. I'm excited to see what's going to come of it in the coming weeks. Regardless of what it is, if anything, it'll be really cool to see it in the sky because we'll be able to see it, you know? But before we go, the final thing that I found right before you got here today.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah. Okay. So do you remember when I told you that there was a transmission that was intercepted from 3i Atlas? Yeah. They supposedly there was a transmission that was received from 3i Atlas and
it's creepy.
It could not get decoded. Yeah. It could not get decoded. I have not heard the message. It could be clickbait. This could all be made up. Just like a lot of this episode. It could all be wrong.
Who cares?
But who cares? It's fun. Movies are fake. Come on. So what has been said online and what I have not heard, but I've seen videos of, is that there was a transmission. We couldn't figure it out. We fed it into AI, ChatGPT's latest model, and it was able to decipher the code of what was said. And then I told you about that, right?
Yeah.
That I saw it. And then what did I tell you a few days later?
Couldn't find it anywhere.
I couldn't find that video anywhere. I found it.
What?
Yeah.
Dude.
So I'm not going to show the video because it's just a guy talking.
Yeah.
It's what we're doing here. But I am going to tell you what was deciphered from the code. So they're claiming that 3i Atlas is broadcasting. 3i Atlas, 3.5 miles in diameter, speeding at us with headlights at 130,000 miles an hour, is sending out a message. And this is that message. Hello, friends. Don't be worried. Don't be scared. We watch Earth. We watch you. We return to elevate Earth. Hang tight, friends. Hang tight, friends. I got goosebumps just saying it, dude.
I hope they really mean it. And they're not just like trying to
fake us out.
Reverse psychology. Oh, they're friendly.
So on that note, now that I can't sleep tonight, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on all of our social media platforms. We're on Instagram, Facebook, X, all of them, Spotify, Apple, iTunes Music. Check us out. We're out there. Drop a comment. Let us know what you'd like to hear us talk about. Let us know if you'd like to hear us shut up. Whatever you want to say to us, we are more than happy to have you. But yeah, so in final closings, just hang tight, friends.
Hang tight, friends.
Hang tight, friends.
Slingshot engaged.
Down.
That escalated quickly.
You jumped up a notch.
It's not a fight. We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We gotta keep our composure.
You need to take it down. You really need to take it down a notch.
Oh, dude, what an episode.
That was good.
Oh, I feel so good getting that out, dude.